The Green Bay Packers just made a stunning move. What is it? I'm going to cover that and more in this video. But before I do, if you like the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into it. The state of Wisconsin must be in a coach firing mood. Yesterday, the Milwaukee Bucks had moved on from their head coach, Adrian Griffin, despite them having the third best record in the league. All signs seem to be pointing towards a very reputable coach in Doc Rivers. I seem to think they moved on from Adrian Griffin because of defensive breakdowns. Speaking of defensive breakdowns, Matt LaFleur does what the people thought was unthinkable in their eyes. A lot of fans, a lot of people out there didn't think that Matt LaFleur had the backbone to move on from defensive coordinator Joe Barry. Matt LaFleur proves yet again just how good of a coach he is in making the tough choices and tough decisions. The Green Bay Packers seem to have turned the corner defensively, but you got to wonder how much Matt LaFleur had a part in that. Matt LaFleur proves he is an elite coach by moving on from defensive coordinator Joe Barry. Joe Barry will not return to the Packers in 2024. This article states that the decision from head coach Matt LaFleur is not much of a surprise, as Green Bay's defense had struggled throughout the season. The unit notably surrendered 30 points and 394 total yards to the Carolina Panthers in Week 16. That was the only time the Carolina Panthers reached 30 points all season, and the Panthers didn't score a point over the last two games, which is true. They played the Jacksonville Jaguars, put up 0 points, and then played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, put up 0 points. This article goes on to say that the Packers hired Joe Barry in 2021, and the defense has ranked 9th, 17th, and 17th in yards, and 13th, 17th, and 10th in points in all three seasons. This was Barry's third stint as defensive coordinator, as he previously held a role with the Detroit Lions from 2007 to 2008 and Washington from 2015 to 2016. Okay, so in those years when he was with Detroit and Washington, their defense ranked 28th to 32nd in the league, which just was not good enough. I don't understand why the Green Bay Packers decided to hire him in the first place, given his background. That being said, what is next for the Green Bay Packers? Who should the Packers hire next as defensive coordinator? Guys, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. I think the Packers need to go and head towards Jim Leonhard of the Wisconsin Badgers, defensive coordinator, or Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator of the Michigan Wolverines. I seem to think that Jesse Minter is going to be a little bit more of a tough hire there, just because I think wherever Jim Harbaugh goes, I think that's where Jesse Minter lands. Unless Jim Harbaugh decides to stay with Michigan, if that's the case, I think Jesse Minter gets offered for sure. He's going to get some looks from the NFL. I think the Green Bay Packers should look Jesse Minter's way. That being said, when we go back to that Carolina game and we start talking about Matt LaFleur and just the frustration that they put up 30 points on the Green Bay Packers, Matt LaFleur, if you remember, he said he was going to step in at that point. So you got to wonder how much impact Matt LaFleur had with that. What was his role from that Carolina Panther game on, right? So they played Minnesota, Chicago, went on the road in the playoffs to Dallas and the San Francisco 49ers. The defense looked a lot better and a lot different. They've got a ton of talent there, a lot of first-round draft picks wrapped up in this defense. So middle of the road is just not going to cut it for the Green Bay Packers. Who should they hire next? Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think. Jim Leonhard, Jesse Minter, somebody else. Let me know. Go Pack, go.